Multiple researchers on different continents have repeatedly noted that in addition to subway tunnels, bunkers, mines, and various natural caves, there exist underground chambers created by civilizations predating humanity. These chambers not only exist in the form of gigantic underground halls with walls processed by unknown mechanisms, exhibiting traces of secondary natural processes such as seepage, stalactites, stalagmites, cracks, and others, but also in the form of linear structures, tunnels. The beginning of the 21st century marked an increase in the frequency of discoveries of fragments of these tunnels on different continents. In 2003, a mysterious event took place in the vicinity of Solnyknogorsk, Moscow Oblast. In Lake Bezdanoy, Vladimir Sychenko, the driver from the Vereshinskaya Rural Administration, discovered a standard-issue rescue vest belonging to the U.S. Navy with an identification inscription, confirming that it belonged to Seaman Sambelovsky from the destroyer Cowl. He was killed by terrorists on October 12, 2000, in the port of Aden. 4 sailors tragically died, and 10 went missing, including Sambelovsky. Perhaps the information is erroneous, and there is no mystery. As a result of interviews with direct witnesses and participants of the described event, it was established that the rescue vest was indeed found, and the inscriptions on it directly indicated Seaman S. Belovsky from the Cowl. But how could a rescue vest from the Indian Ocean end up in a lake lost in the vast expanses of central Russia, having traveled a straight distance of 4,000 kilometers over 3 years? What was its path? Therefore, there must be some unknown underground paths, tunnels, presumably connecting sufficiently remote parts of the Earth's continents. But who created them and when, and for what purpose? Identifying ancient tunnels is a difficult task that requires comprehensive knowledge of the techniques of underground work, mechanisms of transformation of the Earth's crust and underground spaces during the historical development of our planet. However, this procedure is entirely feasible, considering that the main difference between ancient tunnels and natural or modern underground structures is that, strangely enough, ancient objects exhibit perfection and astonishing precision in the processing of cavity walls, typically fused, ideal alignment and orientation. They are also distinguished by their enormous cyclopean dimensions and incomprehensible antiquity beyond human understanding. However, it cannot be claimed that they all appeared simultaneously. Let's consider the available factual information about ancient tunnels and excavations. In the region of Western Europe, near the border of Slovenia and Poland, lies the Tatra Beskids mountain range. Here stands the Queen of Beskids, Mount Berbia, reaching a height of 1,725 meters. Since ancient times, the locals have kept a secret associated with this mountain. According to a resident named Vincent, in the 1960s he and his father, at his insistence, set off from the village towards Berbia Mountain. At an altitude of 600 meters, they pushed aside one of the protruding rocks, revealing a large entrance that could easily accommodate a cart with a horse. The newly discovered tunnel was oval in shape, straight as an arrow wide, and so tall that an entire train could fit inside. The smooth and shiny surface of the walls and floor appeared to be covered in glass, again extraterrestrial technology. It was dry inside. The long journey through the inclined tunnel led them to a spacious chamber shaped like a giant barrel. It contained several tunnels, some of them triangular in cross-section, while others were circular. According to Father Vincent, it was revealed that these tunnels could lead to different countries and continents. The left tunnel leads to Germany, then to England, and further to the American continent. The right tunnel stretches to Russia, to the Caucasus, then to China and Japan, and from there to America, where it connects with the left tunnel. It is also possible to reach America through other tunnels laid beneath the north and south poles of the Earth. Along the path of each tunnel, there are junction stations similar to this one. According to Father Vincent, these tunnels are currently active, as evidenced by the movement of UFOs observed through them. A message from England indicates that during the excavation of a tunnel for practical purposes, miners heard sounds of working machinery coming from below. When they broke through the rock layer, the miners discovered a staircase leading to a well, and the sounds of the machinery intensified. However, there is no further information about their subsequent actions. It is possible that they accidentally stumbled upon one of the vertical shafts of a horizontal tunnel coming from Germany, and the sounds of machinery indicated its operational state. The American continent is also rich in reports about the location of ancient tunnels. Andrew Thomas, a renowned researcher, is convinced that ancient underground vertical and horizontal tunnels with charred walls have been preserved beneath America, and some of them are in perfect condition. These tunnels are straight as an arrow and traverse the entire continent. One of the junctions where several shafts converge is Mount Shasta in California. From there, paths lead to the states of California and New Mexico. Confirmation of this comes from a case involving Iris and Nick Marshall, a couple who penetrated a cave in the mountainous region near a small Californian town called Bishop, in an area called Caso Diablo. The walls and floor of the cave were unusually smooth and polished, almost like mirrors. Strange hieroglyphic writings were drawn on the walls and ceiling. Small openings were present in one of the walls, emitting weak beams of light. They then heard a peculiar noise coming from underground, prompting them to hastily leave the chamber. It is possible that they accidentally discovered one of the entrances to an operational underground tunnel. In 1980, not far from the coast of California, a vast hollow space extending hundreds of meters into the continent was discovered. It is possible that one of the junction stations of the underground tunnels was found. The existence of these tunnels is also indicated by the fact that nuclear tests conducted at a significant depth on a well-known range in Nevada had an unexpected effect. 2 hours later in Canada, at a military base located 2,000 km away from the Nevada range, radiation levels were recorded that exceeded the norm by 20 times. How could this happen? It turned out that there was a massive cave near the base, which was part of a vast system of caves and tunnels beneath the continent. In 1963, while excavating a tunnel, a massive door was encountered, beyond which marble steps descended. It is possible that this was another entrance to the tunnel system. Unfortunately, the exact location of this event is unknown. In the state of Idaho, anthropologist James McKinn explored a large cave and advanced several hundred meters along a wide stone tunnel before being stopped by an unbearable smell of sulfur, terrifying remnants of human skeletons, and distinct noises coming from the depths. As a result, the exploration had to be halted. In Mexico, in one of the most desolate and sparsely populated areas, there is the ancient cave of Sótano de las Golondrinas, which has a depth of over 1 kilometer and a width of several hundred meters. Its sheer walls are completely smooth and polished. The bottom of the cave forms a real labyrinth of various rooms, passages, and tunnels branching out in different directions at this depth. Could this be one of the intercontinental tunnel junctions? In terms of tunnels, South America is not far behind North America. During recent research by Professor von Deniken, multi-kilometer tunnels were discovered beneath the surface of the Nazca Desert, through which clean water still flows. In June 1965, in the province of Morona Santiago in Ecuador, an Argentine explorer named Juan Moritz discovered and mapped an unknown system of underground tunnels and ventilation shafts, spanning hundreds of kilometers within the territory outlined by the cities of Galapagos, San Antonio, and Yope. The entrance to the tunnel system appears as a neat cut in the rock, similar in size to barn doors. Descending onto sequentially arranged horizontal platforms leads to a depth of 230 meters. There, rectangular tunnels of varying widths with 90-degree turns can be found. The walls are smooth, as if glazed or polished. Ventilation shafts, approximately 70 centimeters in diameter, and rooms the size of concert halls are strictly and periodically located. It was discovered that in the center of one of these rooms there are structures resembling tables and 7 thrones made of an unknown material resembling plastic. Near the throne area, large figures of fossilized lizards, elephants, crocodiles, lions, camels, bison, bears, monkeys, wolves, jaguars, crabs, and snails made of cast gold were found. In the same chamber, there is a library consisting of several thousand embossed metal plates measuring 96 x 48 m, each stamped in a particular way. Moritz also found a stone amulet, 11 x 60 m, depicting a figure of a person standing on a globe. The tunnels and chambers are abundant with piles of gold artifacts, discs, plates, enormous necklaces, adorned with various designs and symbols. Carvings of dinosaurs can be seen on the walls. On the plates, there are depictions of pyramids constructed from blocks, with pyramid symbols alongside flying, not crawling, snakes in the sky. Hundreds of such images have been found. Some plates reflect astronomical concepts and ideas of space travel. Undoubtedly, the discovery made by Moritz partially unveils the mystery of who built the tunnels, their level of knowledge, and roughly the era when it took place as they witnessed dinosaurs. In 1976, a joint English-Ecuadorian expedition explored one of the underground tunnels near Los Teos on the border of Peru and Ecuador. There, a chamber was discovered with a table surrounded by chairs with backs measuring over 2 meters high, made of an unknown material. Another room resembled a long hall with a narrow passage in the middle. Along its walls were shelves filled with ancient books, thick volumes of around 400 pages each. The pages of the volumes were made of pure gold and contained an unintelligible script. Clearly, the tunnels and chambers were not only used for transportation, but also served as repositories of valuable, long-lasting information. It is evident that these spaces are no longer in use today. These are far from the only tunnels known to date. If you're interested in learning about other places as well, please write in the comments and we will release a continuation of this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to not miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching. Until we meet again.